The New York Knicks were down 20 points. In their own building, Madison Square Garden, the mecca of basketball. It was looking ugly, folks. The fans were stunned, silent. You could hear a pin drop. This wasn't the Knicks team we expected to see, not in a crucial Game 3. They looked lost, completely out of sorts. The Indiana Pacers were running all over them, and the Knicks had no answer. Coach Thibodeau was on the sideline, furious. He was screaming, gesturing, but nothing seemed to be working. The players were just not responding. It was painful to watch, especially for the loyal Knicks fans who paid their hard-earned money to witness this kind of performance. They deserve better than that. What was going wrong? Everything. They couldn't buy a basket. Shots were clanking off the rim, air balls even. Turnovers? Plenty of those. The Pacers' defense was tight, but the Knicks were making it easy for them. They were forcing shots, not moving the ball, playing hero ball when they needed team basketball. The Garden, usually so loud and electric, was quiet as a library. You could feel the hope draining out of the building. People were looking at each other, shaking their heads. A complete and utter blowout was in progress. Now let's talk about the Indiana Pacers. They came out ready to play. They were sharp, focused. Their offense was clicking on all cylinders. They were moving the ball, finding the open man, and knocking down shots from everywhere. The Knicks' defense? Non-existent. It was Swiss cheese out there. Their star players were shining bright. Tyrese Halliburton was orchestrating the offense like a maestro. Pascal Siakam was scoring at will. Miles Turner was protecting the rim and stretching the floor with his shooting. They were playing like a well-oiled machine, a complete team. The Pacers couldn't seem to miss a shot. Then something happened. Someone woke up. That someone was Karl-Anthony Towns. He decided he had seen enough of this nonsense. He put the team on his back. He said, "Not today. Not in my house." His determination was palpable. You could see it in his eyes. That fire, that intensity. He knew he had to do something, anything to spark this team. He was brought to New York for moments like this, to be a game changer, and change the game he did. It started with a strong drive to the basket. And one. The crowd finally had something to cheer about. A little spark. Then on the other end, a big defensive rebound. He started talking to his teammates, encouraging them, urging them on. His energy began to spread like wildfire. And then, it happened. The run. 15 unanswered points. The Knicks just exploded. It started with that energy from Karl-Anthony Towns, but then everyone else joined the party. Jalen Brunson started hitting his signature floaters. Dante DiVincenzo knocked down a huge three. Josh Hart was everywhere, grabbing rebounds, diving for loose balls, playing with that incredible hustle he always brings. It was a total team effort, fueled by desperation and a newfound belief that they could actually do this. The Garden was absolutely rocking now. The Knicks' defense, which had been atrocious earlier, suddenly became a brick wall. They were getting stops, forcing turnovers, contesting every single shot. The Pacers couldn't buy a basket. They looked rattled, confused, shell-shocked. The momentum had not just shifted, it had done a complete 180-degree turn. The atmosphere in the arena was electric. The Indiana Pacers looked completely lost. The final minutes were an absolute nail-biter. Back and forth they went. Every possession felt like life or death. The Pacers, to their credit, didn't just roll over and die. They fought back. They hit some tough shots to keep it close. But the Knicks, they had tasted blood. They had that belief now, that swagger. They weren't going to be denied, not after coming all the way back from 20 points down. The tension in the Garden was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Every fan was on the edge of their seat. With the game on the line, Karl-Anthony Towns hit a massive go-ahead basket with under a minute to play. Then, on the defensive end, a huge block by Mitchell Robinson sealed the deal. The Pacers had one last chance, but their final shot rimmed out as the buzzer sounded, and the place just erupted. Absolute bedlam.